Do you know what this is? What's the deal? Kinect! Here we go now! Do you know who you with?
Yo, what's up? It's your boy, Hip Hop Gamer. I'm chilling with a legend, man. Wanna know why I'm chilling with a legend? Because he just showed me Fable 3. If you don't know about Fable, you're not a gamer. Period. You know what I'm saying? So, now listen, I got my hands on Fable 3, and I was blown away. Now, I'm going to tell you guys something, and you guys going to be like, oh, what's so special about that? Yo, the game is so gangster that when you push pause, that pause menu is actually interactive, and you can go get different weapons and set up your magic and your spells. Yo, it is insane. So, I just got to say this. Fable 3 is a very ambitious project. What's one of the first goals of Fable 3 that you guys wanted to achieve, like, above Fable 2?
So the first thing for us is to start out by telling a brand new story. But just to do that is simple. For us, our ambition is actually to put you in a position of being a revolutionary.
Okay.
So you start out and your role is to overthrow the evil king. And once you become the actual ruler of Albion, you then have to make the world a better place. And it's really hard, right? So we looked at the world and we said, look at all these great leaders that are out there, and look at the struggles that they have to actually make the U.S. better, or Britain, or anywhere. And they make all these promises to people. They say, okay, I'm gonna, if I become president or prime minister, I'm gonna make the world a better place.
Right.
Every election we hear that. Well, as a player, we put you in a position as a revolutionary, and then once you become the ruler, you actually have to succeed at making the world a better place.
Now, that's crazy, because that's like a big political twist, to the actual game. I never really experienced that in any game before. So that right there is crazy. But let me ask you a question. Do you have a choice to make it a better place, or can you make it a bad place? Like, do you have the option to do whatever you want, or do you have to make it a good place?
So you have the option to do whatever you want, because Fable is all about choices, right?
That's crazy.
So if you want to be a tyrannical bastard, you can just make everybody's life miserable. And that, because again, Fable, choices and consequences. We've always done that, but now we've added this whole new layer of responsibility. And I think it's going to be challenging to be bad, because I think you're going to feel worse about it. But if you want to be just a bastard, you can be.
That is insane. Now it gives you more of an incentive to play the game over and over again because of the different things. So that right there is very important, and that's what makes Fable deep. You know what I'm saying? Now check this out, gameplay wise. Oh my God. Now the combination, like the fact that you split everything up. This is not an RPG, so to speak. So don't think of it like you go in there and push one button, attack, and a magic come out. No. This game is intuitive, like a truly 3D action game. Now check this out. I love the combination, like how you go build up like your sword and build up your spells. So later on in the game, when you get like new weapons and like new abilities, how will all of that, be able to work together? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like how will all of that be able to work together later on in the game?
So I think when people think about RPG games, they think about like you said, kind of pushing one button, it's kind of bang, 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 really boring. So the idea is basically as you're building up each one of your abilities, whether it be hitting people with the swords or hammers or shooting the gun or shooting off spells, that the more power you put into it, just the bigger badass you become, right?
Yeah.
So if you're fighting a bunch of enemies, sometimes it's better to swing the sword, knock them back, and then shoot a huge spell at them.
Yeah.
So there's a huge bunch of tactics as you build up each one of those attack types.
Okay.
So there's like the game will just get deeper and deeper and deeper, and I hope more fun. So you guys will be the ones to tell us when we release it if we succeeded at that, but there's a lot to do in this game.
Now, one thing I noticed just from playing the game is that like the potential for newer, like I know a lot of people talk about DLC, but listen, like I would love to see like a spell that you can actually customize, like your own spell. Do you guys have any like DLC or anything that you guys add into the game where you guys can customize your own spell, like your own type of way of creating your combat?
So that's actually a really good idea and a really interesting question. But I'll tell you what we did. So for DLC, we're not sure we're doing 100% yet, so I can't really say anything. But what I will say is for spells, one thing you can do is for any spell you get in the game, you can combine it with any other spell.
Oh,
right. So basically, if you get like a spell that shoots swords out of your hand, and you get a fire spell, you can blend them together and make like a fire sword spell.
Okay.
Or like a lightning whirlwind. So there's a lot of customization you can do with the spells as they are in the game now.
Okay.
And then maybe for DLC, we'll have to think about your idea, because that's a good one.
Well, now let me ask you a question. In Fable 2, it was real cool how someone else could jump in the game and play the story with you. Will we still be seeing that? And also, how much more deeper is the story in Fable 3 as opposed to Fable 2? Because everything that you do, you want to have forward movement. Now, I know the goal is to be able to control everything, but in terms of the story, the emotion, the epicness, how deeper does it go?
I mean, again, you guys are gonna be the one to tell us when we release it. But when we started this out, this is the most ambitious story we've ever told.
Yeah.
So this is also the biggest Fable. There's the most content, most to do, biggest levels. We've never done anything this big before. We've never had to. Yeah, that's awesome.
I can tell.
Yeah. So when it comes down to it, this is definitely the most ambitious game we've ever made, and we've been pretty ambitious all the way. When it comes to co-op, right? One thing that's really interesting is we weren't really happy with the co-op in Fable 2. I mean,
really?
Yeah.
Wow, I thought it was pretty good. Like, I mean, for me, I thought it was pretty good. So what are you guys doing to make it better?
So the first thing is, if you and I are playing together, we can each have our own hero, right? And so you come into my game with your hero, right? You can level up, you can buy stuff, you can take stuff from my world back to your world.
Oh, you serious?
Yeah.
All right, so oh, wait, hold on. Let me get this straight. So you're playing Fable at your house and you playing the game, and I'm playing at my house, I'm chilling.
Yeah.
You mean to tell me that I can take the hero that I was building up with and take that same character into yours?
Yeah, and keep building.
You know what? Here, you gotta take the belt. It's an honor. You gotta hold the belt. You are officially the champion. That's it. That is crazy. You serious?
Yeah.
All right, let me ask you this. Like, thank you so much. You know, hip hop gamer, Fable. Now, let me ask you this, man. Like, because that right there is sick. I had no idea that you guys was doing that. All right, this is a great interview. And in the middle of an interview, we're gonna take a picture. Hold up. Watch this. Hold on, we're gonna take a picture right here. Gangster in the middle of an interview. You don't see that nowhere else. You know what I'm saying? All right, now check this out.
Yeah.
One thing that I really, loved about Fable, like I said, was the co-op and everything that you guys is doing. And the fact that you could take this and how does that change the story up a bit? Or am I just playing the story with you, or you're playing the story with me? But how does it change that when you work together?
Well, that's an interesting question. So there's two things you can do that are pretty big deal. First thing, if you and I want to play the whole game together, we can actually be business partners. We can pool our goal together. So we have a lot of, so that'll change the story. But the other thing is, to say you're playing with your missus or whoever you want. Like I'm married, right? So I play with my wife. Okay, so here's the deal. My wife can play a girl. I play a guy. We can get married in the game. We can share a house. We can have kids. Yeah. So whoever, depends who you're playing with. If you're playing with your buddies, you can be business partners. You're playing with your girlfriend, your wife. You get married. So there's a ton of stuff you can do that actually influences the story and changes stuff around.
So basically, what you're telling me is, from an RPG standpoint, Final Fantasy got nothing on you guys.
You know what? I respect
them too. I respect them too.
But we're proud of what we've done. We're definitely.
You guys is way more robust than any other RPG I've ever seen in my life. Seriously. Now, what I want to ask is this. Peter Molyneux, he's obviously the enthusiast behind this game, and he talks about Kinect a lot. In your opinion, from a development standpoint, how can Kinect really take Fable 3 to a new level, in your opinion?
All right, so for Kinect, the biggest thing is it's brand new technology, right? And so when you do something with brand new technology, I think it just changes the game. It changes everything. And for us, the biggest thing is we didn't want to do anything with Kinect that wasn't fucking awesome.
So what you guys got going on? What's up?
No, we're going to tell you yet. We're not going to tell you yet. We're going to leave you waiting. But I promise you this much. Whenever Fable does a Kinect thing, it will fucking change the world.
All right, well, I'm going to tell you right now, I got a suggestion. Simply looking at all the Milo demos and shit like that, it'd be incredibly cool if you could actually interact with your character, whether it's in a pause screen or whatever. It'd be crazy if you could interact with your character and tell them, like, hey, you should go over there and get this particular magic. I think you should use this. And actually have a bond with your character from that aspect, as opposed to just controlling them with the controller. I think that'll be dope if you can actually, because of the game is so deep and you can get married, have kids, it'd be good to actually talk to them too. You know what I mean?
I completely agree with you. I mean, again, when you've got something like Kinect that's such a big changer, you got to do something that nobody's ever seen before. Yeah. So you can't just do there's a million great Kinect things, and for us, we got to raise the bar on both ourselves and everything else if Fable's going to do Kinect. So.
All right. Now, I want to ask you guys about this. When the weapons that I was using, like the sword, the gun, and the spells, like, will we use those same weapons throughout the game, but they just level up, or do we just get brand new weapons as well?
So that's entirely up to you, right? So the way the weapons work, right, is you basically you get some weapons at the start of the game. The more you use them, those weapons will morph and change and become brand new. And so your weapon and my weapon will look different based on what we've done. But the other thing is there's some other weapons you may find. You can choose to switch over to those. You can level those weapons up and they'll morph and change. So it's really up to you. If you want to use the same 4 weapons through the whole game, they'll all level up and morph. But if you find other weapons, you can level those up also. So it's totally customizable. It's up to the player.
All right, now, will we see a demo for Fable 3, please? Please, please?
No.
Oh, he just literally broke my heart just now. Like,
But I'll say this much: the game is so awesome. I hope you don't need one.
well, I got a chance to demo it already because, you know, I'm a hip hop gamer. I get a chance to play. But at the end of the day, this is literally the most robust games we've seen in our entire industry. You know what I'm saying? Not just for the genre, but in our industry. There's no game that allows you to do this. And a lot of people need a game like this to really take them to another space. So I really commend you on this game. I can't wait till it comes out. I know it's going to sell millions. You guys are going to do great. So you got my support, and I thank you so much, man. You already know what it is.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. It's been a great interview. This is my dude right here, man. Like, can you just say one love and God bless to the Hip Hop Gamer fans?
One love and God bless.
Yeah, that's how we do. HipHopGamerShow.com. Holla back. Yeah, that was dope. Oh my God, I'm glad you liked it, man.
Yeah, that's